I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop. And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
You know, the next thing is, man, Craig Mack was the one that jumped Bad Boy off. And you know, Nick so bad that Craig Mack, who died from AIDS, that man, he got brainwashed so bad from Diddy and got done so wrong. The man went to South Carolina and joined a cult with his family until he died of AIDS a few years ago.
I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I called and I came back and I sued him for the reason and won. But
they said Diddy's mansion was a playground. But what if it was actually a disease factory? The feds didn't just find luxury. They found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil. No protection, no safety kits, just raw chaos.
More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Now rumors of STDs, leaked medical files, and a growing list of infected celebrities are exploding online. The question is, how many lives did Diddy really destroy? Before the money, before the mansions, there was Craig Mack. He was the very first artist to blow up under Diddy's Bad Boy Records, the voice behind Flava in Ya Ear. But after the spotlight faded, Craig disappeared. Years later, he was found living with a fringe religious cult in South Carolina, dying of AIDS. People close to him say he wasn't just sick, he was broken. He'd been used, discarded, and brainwashed by the very machine he helped build. And as the Diddy scandal explodes today, fans are connecting the dots. Was Craig Mack the first sign, the first victim of a twisted pattern that would go on to destroy dozens of lives? He died in 2018, alone, isolated, and far from the fame he helped create. And now, in the middle of this STD storm, his story suddenly makes a lot more sense.
You know, the next thing is, man, Craig Mack was the one that jumped Bad Boy off. And you know, Nick so bad that Craig Mack, who died from AIDS, that man, he got brainwashed so bad from Diddy and got done so wrong. The man went to South Carolina and joined a cult with his family until he died of AIDS a few years ago.
When the feds raided Diddy's homes, they weren't expecting what they found. Over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, stashed alongside cases of lube, but no condoms, no safety kits, no precautions. According to insiders, these weren't for skincare. They were party supplies. They called them freakoffs. Wild, anything-goes sex parties hosted by Diddy in luxury hotels, private jets, and mansions. Men, women, escorts, celebrities. Nobody talked because everybody was paid. And the rules? There were none. No protection, no boundaries, just oil, cameras, and locked doors. Some say it was consensual, others say it was something darker, a controlled environment fueled by drugs, contracts, and hush money. Now, those parties aren't just part of Diddy's past, they're the focus of an ongoing investigation. And the bigger question is, what else was passed around at those parties besides money and fame?
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freakoffs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
For months, whispers floated online that Diddy wasn't just reckless, he was infected. But then Jaguar Wright blew the lid wide open. In a bombshell interview, she claimed Diddy had been battling HIV for years, and he wasn't alone. She said there's a list, a real one, with over 20 men in the industry, all allegedly infected.
Could have that opportunity just like everybody else.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop. And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable?
Come on.
In the game.
She didn't name names, not yet. But fans started doing the math, and one name kept popping up. Usher. The same Usher who lived with Diddy when he was just 13. He once described it as puffy flavor camp, a place full of women, wild nights, and things he later called too curious to understand. And when asked if he'd send his own kids there, he didn't hesitate. Hell no.
I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Would you ever send your kid to puffy camp?
Hell no.
Since then, Usher's been hit with multiple lawsuits, including one from a man, all accusing him of passing on herpes. Coincidence? Or part of a deeper pattern that's now being dragged into the light?
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to something
City.
called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
And just when people thought the infection rumors couldn't get any darker, one name came back from the dead. Not metaphorically, literally. Because now, people are revisiting the sudden death of someone who lived with Diddy and may have known everything. She wasn't just another ex. Kim Porter was the mother of Diddy's children. She lived with him, partied with him, and according to insiders, she knew everything. When Kim died suddenly in 2018, the official story said pneumonia, but the internet wasn't buying it. Now, years later, new whispers are surfacing. Allegedly, Kim was HIV positive before she passed. Some claim to have seen parts of her real autopsy report, and it's got people asking, what was she really exposed to? If Diddy had it, if Craig Mack had it, and Kim Porter was in that inner circle, then what does that say about the kind of danger she was in? And even more chilling, was her death time to silence her before she could speak? Because the more you look at the people closest to Diddy, the more they end up infected, gone, or quiet. You know what's more powerful than a denial? A payout. And Diddy's circle is full of people who suddenly got real quiet, right after the checks started flowing. Whispers online claim names like Meek Mill, French Montana, and YK Osiris were all allegedly given what folks are calling don't speak money. And when Lil Rod dropped those bombshell court docs, he mentioned a rapper from Philly who used to date Nicki Minaj. He didn't say the name, but everyone knew he meant Meek. Then Meek jumped online with a cryptic tweet. "My voice is so powerful as a black man from the ghetto. They want it gone." He claimed it was a smear campaign, even offered $100,000 for an investigation into who was behind it. But the timing was off, because just days later, a video surfaced. Meek poolside with Diddy, laughing, hugging. "You doing it, daddy?" That moment said more than any tweet ever could.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
And it didn't stop there. One of Diddy's ex-bodyguards leaked an alleged audio clip, catching Meek and Diddy in a way that had fans raising eyebrows. Coincidence? Or just another silence paid for in advance?
What? Yo, wait a minute. Wait. Ah!
You'd think prison would slow him down, but if the rumors are true, Diddy just moved the party behind bars. According to journalist Lisa Evers, insiders say Diddy's already got himself a full-blown fan club of jail groupies. Not just fans, inmates fighting over who gets to make his bed.
According to you, the inmates are fighting over making his bed.
Yep, well, really, according to Lisa Evers, I want to give her credit.
And some are claiming he's doing more than just getting comfy. Word is, he's allegedly hooking up with inmates. No protection, no oversight, no cameras, just like the old days. And if the health rumors are even half true, that's not just reckless, that's dangerous. People inside that facility are reportedly scared of exposure, scared of what Diddy might already be carrying. But the guards, silent. And that's got people asking, is Diddy still buying silence, even in prison? So, if the freak-offs never really stopped, and even prison couldn't cage the chaos, then what does that say about everything and everyone tied to Diddy's world? Because this isn't just about what's already happened. It's about what might still be coming. Craig Mack, Kim Porter, lawsuits, infections, freak-offs. Too many people close to Diddy end up dead, sick, or silent. The rest, they're either paid off and are pretending not to know. And if even half of what's being alleged turns out to be true, we're not just talking about a fall from fame, we're talking about a full-blown body count. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. It might be the biggest open secret in the entire industry. And the real question is, how many more names are on that list? Because what's happening now might just be the beginning. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this is just rumor-fueled chaos, or are the secrets finally catching up to Diddy? Tap the next video on screen to see who else might be involved. It gets even darker than this.